Hello everyone, welcome to Bend and Bounce. I am Rasheena Jarreau and we're going to be bending today. This is going to be a fun yin yoga class. Most yin yoga classes are more quiet, but we're going to turn on the jams today. We're going to vibe out to some holiday music. I've got my little Christmas tree ears on because I'm feeling it. And this video is a special one because I uploaded a similar yin yoga class last year, and that was the first video that we uploaded on this channel. So it's already been a year on YouTube. It's been an awesome year. I learned a lot. I'm still learning a lot. I'm getting the hang of content creation, so I look forward to next year. But for this class, all you would need are some yoga blocks and a cushion if you have harder floors like I do and you think you may need something to pad your knees and maybe make you feel more comfortable in some of the poses. So grab your cushions, grab your blocks, and meet me on the mat, and let's get started. All right, so if you are using a blanket, you can set yourself up at the back of your mat. You can kind of position your blanket in front of you how you would like. And then come to sit on top of it. We're sitting back on our heels. We're finding length in our spine, in our neck. Your hands can rest on your thighs. And just settle in here for a few breaths. And let's give ourselves a moment to arrive on our mat. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. And part your knees just a little bit, taking on like a child's pose in the legs. Shift your weight towards your hands and bring your right hand to the back of your head. Twist your right arm open and revolve your torso to the right. And then drop your right elbow towards the opposite hand. Open your torso to the right. It's a nice twist we're creating here. And drop it back towards your hand. Now you're not bringing your elbow all the way to your hand. It's just dropping in that direction. Open up to the right. And drop that elbow down. One more time. Open up. And drop it down. All right, right hand touches down on the floor. Left hand comes up behind your head. Take a deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. And twist yourself open to the left. Pausing at the top before dropping that elbow down towards your right hand. Pausing at the bottom. Open your torso up, twist your chest open to the left, and allow your elbows to float down. Two more times. Open up. And drop the elbow. Last time, open up. And drop your elbow. All right, return both hands to the mat and walk your hands out a bit to allow yourself to come down and rest on your forearms. This is going to be our first hold. Check in with your feet and your ankles. How are they feeling? Do you feel like you need more cushion under them? If so, place them there now. I'm actually going to move forward a little bit to cushion my ankles a little bit. And then settle into the Sphinx variation of Child's Pose. All right, come back to the sound of my voice. Walk your hands in, sit yourself up. Shift your weight towards your hands and position your knees under your hips. You can tuck your toes here to kind of get a little toe stretch, so maybe shift your weight back towards your heels. Get some movement in our ankles and in our feet. All right. Come to an upright position, find your blocks. And we're going to move into a half split, starting with our right leg. You can untuck the toes, bend your right leg in front of you. Maybe give yourself a moment here to adjust. Maybe wiggle your hips from side to side. Kind of wake it up, let it know that something is about to happen. Slowly straighten that front leg until you feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings. Fold forward until you feel what is an appropriate stretch for you. And we're going to hold this. Moving into a dragon pose or a baby dragon pose, shift your weight towards your front leg and finding more of a low lunge position here, and you'll feel that stretch move from the back of your front leg to the front of your back leg. So you'll feel this stretch along your back quad, through your groin. Again, use your blocks to support you. Try not to collapse too deeply into your shoulders here. You still want your chest lifted and your shoulders down away from your ears. Breathe into the stretch. These stretches can be a bit intense. And just allow gravity to do its thing. You will feel your hips sinking deeper and deeper. Breathe deeply into these stretches, okay? Just to keep your mind calm. Because again, these stretches can be intense. From here, we're going to shift back into our half split. So pull your hips back towards your back foot and allow your front leg to straighten. Adjust your blocks as need be. Maybe you're a bit more open than before and you can drop your blocks down a level. Or maybe you need to pull back a little bit. What does your body need right now? Let's make another shift here back into our dragon pose. Bring your blocks up a bit, shift your weight, and settle your hips even closer to the floor. All right, press your weight back. Bring both knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes under. Find a nice toe stretch position. And let's just take a few breaths here to reset before we do the same thing on the other side. So full breath in and full breath out. Lift up, untuck the back toes. Adjust your blocks as needed and extend fully in front of you. Well, let's just keep our left leg bent for a second here. And again, kind of getting some movement in our hips before we extend it fully. Okay, now extend that leg. If you're using your blocks, bring them forward a couple of inches as you shift your weight in the same direction. And find your dragon. Keeping your chest lifted and your shoulders down away from your ears. Even though this is a still practice, you always have freedom to readjust. So if you find that you folded too far and it's causing pain, you always have freedom to pull back. All right, we're gonna move back into our half split. Maybe dropping the blocks to a lower setting if we feel like that's possible. Maybe not. Inch your blocks up a little bit and shift your weight back forward to find your dragon. Take deep breaths here. All right, let's allow that left leg to pull back to meet the right. You can set your blocks to the side of your mat. Find your tabletop position, so your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And let's do a nice little cat-cow pose. So take a full breath in and round your spine up for cat pose. Drop your head, chin to chest. Pause here. Staying here, rock your weight back towards your heels. Shift your weight back forward before dropping your belly and lifting your head for cow pose. Back arches up, find your cat pose. Pause at the top. Lean your weight towards your heels. And come back. Find your cow pose. Belly button drops to the floor, head lifts. Arch once more into your cat pose. Pause here. Shift backwards. Come forward. And drop your belly, finding a cow pose. Extend your arms out in front of you. Allow your heart to melt towards your yoga mat for a melting heart pose. Allow your forehead to rest on the floor or maybe on a yoga block. Press your bottom towards your heels for a quick child's pose before pressing yourself up to find a nice seated position. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Take a full deep breath in and a full deep breath out. And we're going to come onto our back, so let's find ourselves in the center of our mat again. Bring your legs around to the front. And if you have a blanket, you can fold it a few more times to kind of form a pillow for your head. As we slowly find our way to the mat, if your legs are bent like mine, you can keep them there. And we're going to let our legs fall from one side to the other for windshield wipers. Just kind of loosening up our hips a bit further and releasing tension in our low backs. Straighten your legs. Let's find a nice banana pose. So turn your head and your upper torso towards the right and allow your feet to do the same. So you are creating a banana shape with your body. And you should feel a nice stretch along your entire left side. Your hands can stay up, your hands can stay down by your side, or your hands can stay tucked behind your head. Pull your legs in, straighten your torso, realign yourself before finding the same banana pose on the left side. Draw your legs back in. Straighten your spine. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Maybe getting a little rock here if that feels good. Find a butterfly pose in the legs and secure your feet in your hands. And allow your hips to fall open here. And we're going to hold this for a few breaths before we settle into Shavasana. Find a little rock here. Play around a little bit. Maybe extend one leg into a half happy baby. And again, finding that rock. Extend the other leg into a half happy baby and rock. All right, knees to chest. One more hug. Before allowing your legs to go long, allowing your arms to rest by your side, and allowing your body to completely let go and be held by the floor. When you're ready, you can place a bend in your knees. Come onto your side, press yourself up. And come back to a sitting position. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this special holiday class. I hope your holidays are going well and that they continue to. Thank you for joining me. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.